Howdy y'all, I'm Frightman. This is Scully, and he's going to be helping me today. Did you know that lighting is one of the most effective things to your holiday decorating? And in this video, I'm going to show you some of my favorite lighting techniques. Let's start off with some simple lighting techniques and we'll move up from there. As much as possible, I'll be putting a link in the description to all of the lighting featured in this video. We're going to start off with something easy, which is just the projection light. These lights are common at Home Depot, at Lowe's, and on Amazon. And they come in a lot of different varieties. This one is fire, this one is fire and ice. You can get them in different colors. You can have patterns that project on your wall. I'm going to show you what Scully looks like with some of these. This is our fire and ice light. This is our fire light from the Home Depot, and it gives a very realistic fire effect. So as you can see, these lights are pretty effective at what they do. And they're LED bulbs, so they're going to take very little electricity and they will remain cool to the touch. And next up, we're going to be taking a look at these emergency lights. They come in a pack of 4 from Amazon. It has a magnet on the back if you want to stick it to a metal surface, as well as a hook if you want to hang it from something. These have about 6 different patterns on them. They're pretty cool. Let's take a look at them in the dark. It's small, it's cheap, and it's extremely versatile. And this is just an old-fashioned police emergency light. This light is probably 40 years old, no joke. It actually uses a motor to spin around a revolving disc, and it circles a refrigerator bulb, or at least an old-fashioned refrigerator bulb. Today they're made out of LEDs. So the good old-fashioned revolving police light is pretty bright and it makes a pretty good effective scene. What do you think we should show them next? Huh? Oh, one of my favorites. And I don't know about you, Scully, but this black light's got me wanting to rave. Black lights come in a couple different varieties. So there's an LED black light and there's an actual glass tube black light. So the word black light itself infers that the light is black, meaning you cannot see it. And that is pretty true of a good old standard glass black light bulb. So what Scully and I prefer is LED black lights. So we're going to be showing you a couple different kinds. So we have one that is an LED bar black light, and we have another one that's a flood black light. So this bar black light would be used more to focus on a particular image, where the floodlight is more for, say, your whole house or a tree or something like that. I actually have these black lights installed outside permanently, and I'm going to show you what those look like on something that I keep outside year-round. And then we'll take a look at Scully. So this is that UV bar. You can see it's pretty bright. It's doing a pretty nice job picking this up. There is some bleed over that comes from the light, but these lights are easily obtainable on Amazon for a good price, and you can get them in different lengths going from 12 inches to, I believe, 36 inches. Now this is our floodlight. This is much brighter. There's a lot more white bleed going on here. But it's still a very effective light, and again, if you want to use this light for a big scene like the front of your house or a graveyard, it is excellent for that. Hey Scully, I really appreciate you wearing that ridiculous wig to help me out with that UV section. Are you okay? I think he's mad at me. He hasn't said a single word the entire video. Scully says it's time to show you something a little more traditional, like a strobe light. So strobe lights come in various sizes. We have a very small size that is battery operated, and we have a very large size that is electric operated. These guys are going to run you about, $15 or so. Very common at Halloween time at a Home Depot, Party City, Lowe's. And again, battery operated. Of course, you have the control in order to adjust the speed of this light. And these little small black lights, these battery operated ones, they're kind of cool to put around the yard and just aim at a specific display. So like say Scully sitting out in the yard, this would be a perfect light for him. Now when we go to the electric one, which is much larger, this is a 75 watt black light. It is powerful. Like this will light up your whole front yard. Scully, you're such a good sport. Now we're going to use you to show them the difference between these two strobe lights. So this is our battery operated strobe light. Not bad actually. And this is our electric strobe light. It's so bright you can't even see the image, or the camera can't even keep up. So as you can see, there is a huge difference between that battery strobe and that electric strobe. Scully has a message. He wants to ask you to please hit that like button. It means a lot to us. Oh, we're about to get into some really fun lights. But Scully says he's sleepy and he wants to go to bed. And now we're going to talk about the big G. GOVEE. G-O-V-E-E. Look them up on Amazon. They make some of the coolest lights. This is not a paid political advertisement. I just really like GOVEE. So these strings come in different lengths. Again, it's LED, very little electricity. There's no heat at all. They come in different styles. GOVEE makes a lot of things. Some of them will have a remote control. Most of them will tie to a mobile phone app. That's what you really want, because it's nice to be able to have that distance. They do also make one that's Bluetooth. You do not want that because you can't control that when you're away from the house. Across the entire front of my house, I have one of these strings, and they're glued up underneath the eave, and I leave them up year round. And the reason is because on that app, there's all kind of programs. There's Christmas, there's Halloween, there's New Year's, there's Calm, there's Ocean. And so you can change the color of the house anytime that you want for any season that you want. And next up is the star of every show, and that is your floodlight. This is used in your background. So these background floodlights, they are with a capital K, critical to your decorations. Whether you're doing a nativity scene or a graveyard scene, you can use these floodlights to do amazing effects. And if you put all that work into it, don't you want people to be able to see it at night? The type that I use has the remote control. You can upgrade and get one with a app on your mobile phone to control that way. If you're not using colored floodlights in your display, start yesterday. So thanks for sticking around to the end. I hope you learned something to help you on your next lighting holiday display. Until next time, stay spooky, my friends.